Okay, question number 10, still iteration anyways. If you got to show that a solution lies between 0 and 2, but remember, make sure it's equal to 0. It's not, so x squared minus x, bring the plus 1 to the other side, minus 1 equal to 0 now. So we will substitute x is 0, so that 0 squared minus 0 minus 1, that's what's that, minus 1 now. Substitute the other one, what's that, 0 is done, 2 now. X is 2, 2 squared minus 2 minus 1, that's 1. Okay, so you would have to say there is a change in sign. Can you see this one is a negative, this is a positive, change in sign. So x squared minus x equals 1 has, I'm just writing this thing, has a solution between 0 and 2. Okay, the next one, show that the equation can be rearranged like this. Yep. So can you see there's a square root, so just keep the x squared here. So what that give you, 1 plus x, then x is, take the square rotate 1 plus x. It's the same thing, x plus 1, x 1 plus x, exactly same, so it's fine. Next one, do the iteration again. How many times? 3 times. We start at x naught, so you want x1, x2, x3. As I said earlier, remember method, what is it, square root of xn. So it's not x1 anymore because x naught now plus 1. What's that again? No x2 anymore, x1 plus 1. No x3 anymore, x3 means x2 plus 1. Then you can put in, remember, equal to 1, isn't it? This thing is equal to 1, so you press 1 in the calculator, equal to, okay, and then you go square root answer key plus 1. So the first one is root 2. I'll write whatever that decimal is as well. So 1.414213562 press equal again. 1.553773974 press equal again. 1.598053182. If what you will know, if you keep pressing equal, you will get the answer that will kind of goes towards 1.618. So that's the answer to that to that equation to 3 decimal place, 1.618. Okay, if you keep pressing that equal signs, basically doing more iterations. Yeah. Moving on. What is the estimated value for this solution? Is about 1.6-ish, right? Yeah. Moving on. You're solving this. Always remember, what is 2 minus x squared? We need to know this thing. This means this over 1. We can put it like that. 2 minus x squared means 2 minus x. Okay, let's expand this. 2 times 2 is here. That's a 4 minus 2x minus 2x. Minus x times minus x is x squared. Let's try the x squared first. So that's x squared minus 2x is minus 4x plus 4. So instead of this, what do I have? X squared minus 4x plus 4. If I cross multiply it now, here and here, 25 times that, 25x squared minus 4 times 25 is a minus 100 x. Plus 4 times 25 is plus 100. What sign? Less than sign anyways. Equals to, what do we have? 1 times 16 is 16. Bring that 16 to the other side. 0. 25x squared minus 100x. 100, there's 100 actually, and then take away that 16 because it moves to the other side. It is 84. Okay. Now, we want to sit there and think, okay, can we actually divide by any number? 25 is probably 25x squared means you can divide it by 5, but yeah, the 84 you can't. So we are out of the options. Okay, so we could try saying, okay, 25 times 84 and finding the factors of 2100. Okay, the factors of 2100, that makes 100. The factors of 2100, that makes 100. Okay, so we'll do it like that. Otherwise, you will go through quadratic formula, remember. Okay, we could do this. So 25 times 84. Oh God. Come on, where is it? 84. Yeah, if you multiply it's 2100. That's about 30 times 70. Let me see that. Yeah, you want minus 100, so minus 30 minus 70, so 25x minus 30, 25x minus 70, all divided by what number? 25. It doesn't fit, so it's 5 times 5 then. 5 divides 5 divides 5x minus 6, 5x minus 70 divided by 5 is 14, and then remember x is 6 over 5, or x is 14 over 5, and then on the number line bigger number sits on the right hand side. 14 over 5, yep, 6 over 5 sits here, and can you see this is that sign, right? So it should point inwards. If it points inwards, always, if it's pointing like that, always put that answer 6 over 5, 14 over 5, and then the sign is like this, an x, and then this is your answer. Okay, good. Moving on. The next one, we can solve this thing. So it's a 3n plus 2 less than or equal to 23. Take away the 2, take away 2, that cancel. 3n is less than or equal to what's that? 21. N is less than or equal to divided by 3, which is 7. So we solved one. The next one, as we know, over 1, cross multiply like that. That's 11n. Okay, and greater than n squared plus 10. Okay, what you need to know is you want to bring the n squared and n and everything on the left hand side, so bring it down. If you know, if I can rewrite it, so n squared becomes minus n squared plus 11n, that can stay on that. The plus 10 becomes minus 10, that sign is like that. Now we multiply everything by minus 1, that gives you n squared minus 11n, not minus 10 anymore, it will be a plus 10, but the sign will swap as well, like that, equal to 0. Factors of 10, that makes 11, 10 and 1, you want minus 11, so n minus 10, n minus 1, n equals 10, n equals 1. So if you know, remember the bigger number is 10, small number is 1. Can you see how that sign is pointing? Remember the sign used to look the other way. The only reason it turned like that is because you're multiplying everything by a negative 1. Okay, so if it's pointing like that, then remember it goes in like this. How to answer this is you put the 1 and 10 and always n here, and then whatever that sign is, like that. Okay, if I put this on a number line, you know what these numbers are. We don't need the number line as much. So n is greater than 1, less than 10, so that means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 9 is inclusive. You can't do 10, or you can't do 1. Okay, n is less than and equal to 7. Yep, right. Less than or equal to 7. Yep, no. So what are the possible values? N could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and also 7 inclusive. So these are the possible values that we can have in order for this question to happen. Okay, right, moving on to the next one. Simultaneous equations, how would you briefly solve them? Make the subject here. Which one is the subject? It does not really matter. Just make the y the subject for now. What's that? 3 plus x, because it's a minus x, move to the other side, plus x. What do we have? X squared plus y squared is 29. X squared, you know what y is? 3 plus x squared should be 29. We're just basically repeating it with that equation. 3 plus x, if you square it, you know what that is. 3 plus x times 3 plus x, like that. 3x here. That gives you 9 plus 3x plus 3x plus x squared. Let's write the x squared first. X squared plus how many x is that? 6x plus 9. So that gives you x squared plus x squared for that one, for the 3 plus x whole squared, that's x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 29. Altogether 2x squared plus 6x. There's the plus 9, you minus the 29 because it moves that equal sign, so that gives you minus 20 equals 0. Now you should think, okay, can I divide it by a number? Yes, of course, I can divide it by 2. Divide by 2, everything. X squared plus 3x minus 10 equals 0. Factors of 10, that makes 3. 5 and 2 plus 5 minus 2 in order to make plus 3. X plus 5, x minus 2 equals 0. X is minus 5 or x is 2. So we put it back here. X is minus 5. That means what is y equals 3 plus x. X, can you see this? Because we're trying to work out the y, yep. Minus 5. Y is what's that? Minus 2. Or, what's the other one? How much was x is? X is 2. X is 2. What's the equation? Y equals 3 plus 2. What's that? 5. There you go. We got an x is minus 5, y is minus 2, or x is 2 and y is 5. Okay. You can write the answer neatly down. Okay. And these are your finalized answers. This one, you go to press, you go to write the or. You go to put or. Okay. Good. Moving on. Making the subject of the formula simple. P means P over 1, cross multiply. Pm minus 1p, so just put P equals 1 times that, which is exactly the same anyways, 4m plus 3. You're making the m the subject, bring everything m to the left hand side. Pm, no more plus 4m, is a minus 4m. The 3 will stay on that side, so put the equal. So that's just 3. The minus p go to the other side, plus p. Factorize them out. P minus 4 equals exactly whatever I wrote, 3 plus p. M is 3 plus p all over whatever that bracket is, p minus 4. Simple 3-mark question. Question number 15, moving on. Okay, remember, if there is a bracket, always expand it. 15t minus, how many? 15 times 2v. What is 15 times 2v? Is 30v. Go. W means w over 1, cross multiply like this. W times v is, we can say wv or vw, it doesn't matter, just always write alphabetical order. So vw, okay. 1 times that, just same thing anyways, 15t minus 30v. You want to make the v subject, so just bring everything with the v on the left hand side. Or vw does have that, it's fine. No more minus 30v, is a plus 30v because it jumps the equal sign, equals, the 15t doesn't really have v, so just it can stay. Nothing else can move to the right because there's nothing to move. Take the v, factorize it, w plus 30, 15t, v is whatever is there, what's that, 15t over w plus 30, and that's the answer. Alright, moving on, next one. Perpendicular lines, remember. What is the gradient of L? We don't know because it's saying 3y. It's normally the number in front of the x, but we can't do that because it's saying y, 3y. You need to say y. So divide everything by 3. Y is what's that? 4x over 3. 9 over 3 we know is just 3 anyway, so it's fine. So what is the gradient here? Is whatever this number is, 4 over 3. So we write m is 4 over 3. If you want parallel lines, remember parallel lines have the same gradient. This is a perpendicular line, so you have to do the negative reciprocal, right? So what is the m now? It's not 4 over 3, it's a positive, so it's a minus. It's not 4 over 3 anymore, it's 3 over 4. What's the equation? Y equals, what do we got? Minus 3 over 4 x plus c. That's the equation normally. This is the x coordinate, y coordinate. Y is minus 6. Minus 3 over 4, x is 4. Plus c. What I'm going to do is multiply by this 4. Can you see this 4? Here. Always you multiply by that denominator to cancel here and here. What does that give you? Minus 24 equals minus 12 plus 4c. That will give you. Add that minus 12, add it to the other side. So that's a plus 12. That's a minus 12 then. So How do you cancel the minus 2 plus 2 if you want to like that? There you go. 4c is what's that? Minus 12. C is minus 12 over 4, which of course is minus 3 anyways. So what is my equation of the line? Y equals minus 3 over 4x. What's the plus c is? Minus 3. That's the equation of the line that you're looking for. Very simple. Moving on. The point has 8, 4 and the coordinate a, b. The perpendicular line is that. So if this is the perpendicular line, what's the gradient? Remember, you have to have y is. So what's that? 3y is, let's rewrite it. 11 minus 4x, okay? Because it's a plus 4x, go to the other side minus 4x. We can't do it like that. You got to divide it by 3, remember? You got to have a y. So 11 over 3 minus, what is it? 4 over 4x over 3. So what is the gradient of that line? That sign is inclusive anyway, so it's included here. So the gradient of that line, it's m of that line is minus 4 over 3. But you don't want a parallel, you want a perpendicular. So in order to do the actual m, you want, what is that? It's no more minus because opposite sign, so plus. Not 4 over 3, 3 over 4. What's the formula of gradient? Remember, what is the formula of gradient? M is change in y over change in x. Here, this is x, y, change in. So, what is your gradient of PQ? PQ gradient. What is the change in y? What is it? 4 take away b divided by change in x. 8 take away a. But remember, that should be equal to, what's the formula? What's that? 3 over 4. What do we do? Get rid of this thing. Cross multiply. That's 4 times 4 is 16 minus 4b equals cross multiply. That's 3 means 24 minus 3a. You want to make which the subject, not in terms of, you want to make the b the subject. How to make b the subject? Bring the b to the other side. So what's that? 16 minus 24, no, plus 3 at the opposite sides, and minus 4b goes to the other side, gives you positive 4b. Remember, I'm just moving it to the other side, so it makes it easier for me because it's a positive answer, alright? So, what does that give you? 4b is, what's that? Minus 8 plus 3a. What is b is? Minus 8 plus 3a over 4. And that's what b is, written in terms of a. So minus 8 plus 3a over 4. You can write, if you want, you remember, you can write 3a minus 8 over 4. Okay, doesn't matter. You can write like that. Okay, good.